Okay, the third game of tonight is the Book of Plagues. Now, this game is a turn-based. Oh, I wouldn't say turn-based strategy game. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a strategy game. It's a puzzle game, and it's a bit of a visual novel. I guess that's probably the best way I can describe it. It is a game that is a bit mixed on Steam because it does use AI. Now, I am not a big fan of AI, but in this game's defense, it seems to be mainly visual. The gameplay, the story, and that are while they have used AI, I still think there's enough of a game here to still justify giving it a try. I really think if I had to give a developer any advice, I'd probably say the extent that AI is used in this game is a little bit off-putting, and it's because I've seen so much AI put into games now that it's kind of really easy to pick up, especially in the dialogue and in the artwork. As you can see, this is most of the artwork in the game is AI generated. It has an AI look. Now, I'm not a Puritan. I'm not going to say that AI games or games created with a large amount of AI shouldn't exist, but I think it's more about the use of AI, and it seems like it's getting to be a replacement for a large amount of game dev. But it's just this game. To be fair though, the developer was honest. And they did list all the ways in which AI is used in this game, so they weren't trying to hide it. They were upfront and honest. So I do give them props for that. But I just feel like there's a really fun game here, and I think if they had not leaned on AI as much as they had, I think it would have really helped the game. But that's just that's my opinion. But we're going to jump in and have a bit of a look because I think there is an actual fun gameplay loop behind that. But I just want you to know that I know a lot of my audience are very much anti-AI, and I get it. I'm not a big fan of using it as a crutch. But I think this game with a bit more, a little bit more hand-drawn art and a little less AI would have really helped. But it's still fun. So I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you where I'm at so far. Now, the good thing about this game is it has a clever premise, a decent setting. It's just the visuals. Like, this is very, very easy to tell it's AI. These are all AI drawn images, all the characters. Some of the text too, you can kind of tell, especially with some of the language used. Okay, so good afternoon, Doctor. Nice to see you. Today's newspaper is free. Tell me, can you die from consumption? So the game is broken into a series of weeks, and we will go through the week treating patients and making decisions as a doctor, because we are the only doctor in the city, and we will make decisions on how to treat the infected, how to quarantine, what advice to give the citizens, and based on the advice we give, that will determine the overall outcome of the city. And sometimes doing the right thing means you have to do some really morally unjust decisions. You may need to sacrifice large parts of the city for the greater good. You may need to accept bribes. You may need to allow some people or some factions to die out. But I think that's kind of the clever premise of the game. So let's have a look and see the paper here. The Merchants Guild has proudly reported it is providing all the needs of landowners and industrialists with labourers, and even the plague is not a hindrance to the transportation of slaves. This means the grain harvest will be harvested on time, and our glorious city will not need additional funds to buy flour. The money saved will be used to fight the plague epidemic. I mean, It is what it is. You gotta hustle to survive. After recovering from a serious injury, the owner of the oldest bread shop organises a free bread distribution in the poor quarter. The event takes place every Sunday near the Church of the Crippled God, where everyone receives a loaf of bread after the sermon. The magistrate would like to thank a kind woman for her help and support. Okay, so I just got an achievement for curing someone, even though I haven't done anything. Not long ago, this scientist doctor performed the most complicated procedure to cure the plague and succeeded. The infected woman was the housekeeper of a famous mister, which I'm assuming they meant minister, which suggests the plague is not a disease of the poor. Residents of the rich quarter are also at risk and must be sure to follow all restrictive measures. Remember, this is for your own good. So I forgot, I actually cured this woman who was a servant of a very rich family, and they paid me handsomely. A criminal group calling themselves the Guild of the Poor continues to terrorise the city. Bold to the point of insolence, they attack well-to-do citizens in the streets, steal food from shops and steal medicine from infirmaries. It seems the desperate poor, unable to get help from the magistrate, have decided to take their own by force. The authorities strongly advise residents to avoid walking alone. Okay. Scary find at the meat market. The city guards sound the alarm. Human bones have been found in the refuse of the meat market, clean as if nibbled off. The Inquisition whispers of a cannibal butcher putting special meat into mincemeat. Hunger, ritual, or does someone think people are livestock? We continue to follow the investigation of the gruesome case. Okay, so here we make our edict for the week. And this is a decision that will determine the future of the city. It will determine our standing within the city, and sometimes we have to balance both a decision that makes us popular against a decision that could potentially save lives. So we can see here churchgoers during a plague increases the risk of infection. To reduce the risk of spreading the disease during sermons, the following measure is introduced. So we can cancel all sermons, allow parishioners only personal visits to the priest, ban communication and handshakes. That sounds very Orwellian. Divide the surface into 2 or 3 stages depending on the total number of parishioners. So, I mean, this kind of sounds like the option that makes the most sense, but I mean, I'm thinking back to when a certain bug hit about 6 years ago, and our government started doing things like this. And I really don't want to go 1984 on people. I mean, ooh. This is not a popular decision, but unfortunately it's the only one that makes sense. It wouldn't hurt to buy some ingredients and dust off our old distiller, otherwise the only medicine we have is the word of God. Okay, so let's go to purchases, and ooh, some of these are super expensive. Ah, here we go. Ooh, hello. It seems that our medicine includes a bit of the old 5-leaf plant. What do you know? What do you know? Anesthetic. Oh, there's so many things here that could be useful. I think for now, let's get anesthetic. How do I 700 coins to buy it? No, okay. Let's maybe hang on to our money for now. My eyes once clear, now hazy. I'm so young. Perhaps it's because at funerals I hold back my eyelids, forcing the tears out of my eyes. At my age, I've already seen so much grief and sadness that sadness no longer echoes within me. So we need to examine her. She's young, but her eyes covered with a haze like an old woman's. As the plague came to town, funerals became more numerous, and the owners of such a rare profession faced a rush for their services. The weeper confessed she's become so callous to other people's grief, she could not induce tears at will. She came up with the idea of not blinking for a long time, and only then would tears come to her eyes. Is this what caused her to develop cataracts? So this was an actual thing in the medieval times. You would pay if someone was dying, the family would pay people to go to their funeral and cry to make it look like, you know, more people cared about them. And this is the cure process. Basically, it's a series of mini games. Ah, damn it. And you basically have a number of different mini games you need to complete. And if you're successful, the patient is cured. Hey, I can see again, you're a miracle worker, Doctor. I should probably give up my profession. I don't want to spend the rest of my life walking around with a stick and scaring kids. Probably. I had to stop by here. There's no other infirmary close to the tournament grounds. Damn shield fell on my favourite leg. The tournament is coming up soon, and there's no time to waste. Hurry up so I can get back to training. The young man is quite self-important. He came for his assistance as if I owed him a favour. As soon as he took off his boot, everything became clear. His toe is broken and could become infected. The toenail has turned black and would fall off completely. Should I tell him with a weak hand, unable to hold a shield, he has no business participating in the tournament? Ah, young people, no respect for their elders. Okay, so, this looks like a pretty tough mission. We're gonna have to be... Hey, wait! Oh! I'm gonna move. That's the thing, the rules are different for each of these games. You've got to be really careful to... I thought I had to tap the button to move, but... Come at me, Brett. Might have to use a first aid here. Ooh, one left. Okay, we can do this. Whoa! Ah! Too many! I'm going to have to invest in some healing. With such skills, he will soon need our help again. Something tells me he's not a squire. It'll do. I'll limp a little, but what knight doesn't have battle scars? The main thing is to forget your stuffy infirmary with its potions and bandages as soon as possible. My stuffy infirmary just fixed your foot, you ungrateful swine, but that's okay. It is what it is. Let's do some medicine. Okay, let's buy that. And we'll buy some of my favourite leaf. And some honey. Yes, there we go. Okay, we need some more. Oh, damn, I missed. Very nice. I think it might be a good time to invest in some better medicine too. We will... Ooh, I think that's going to be really handy. Speeds up movement. It's going to be expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we need some wine. And we need some dope. And then we need some red leaves. Yeah. Okay, we've got some medicine now in case things go bad. I work at the meat market. My hands are terribly itchy and the skin is peeling off. Maybe it's the salt I use to cure the meat. Chop chop. The giant reeks of blood but also of fresh flesh. His heavy hands saturated with the smell of butchered meat. His blood-stained clothes and enormous cleaver cause awe and slight nausea. When I asked why he carries a knife with him, he laughed. I never part with my lucky tool. Chop chop. And the scabs and flaking skin on his fingers spoke of only one thing. The butcher has advanced psoriasis. Okay, we know what to do. Oh, damn it. Ooh. These mini games are pretty clever, and they're actually a lot of fun. That's what I was saying, like, apart from the egregious use of AI, the game itself, the core gameplay loop, is a lot of fun. If the mini games and some of the gameplay elements were all phoned in and minimum effort, I would have just written this game off. But it's actually a really fun game, despite despite its issues. Finally, I can do what I love, cut meat. Where's my favourite knife? Okay, another patient. This guy looks familiar. He looks like a carpenter from Nazareth. I once took in an elderly woman from the poor quarter because her own daughter had thrown her out on the street. I had no idea what that kindness would do to me. I pull on my gloves and press the mask tighter against my face. In the patient's armpit there is an inflamed lymph node, purple and hot to the touch. His forehead is burning, his breathing is hoarse and intermittent. The diagnosis is obvious: plague. The patient, struggling to find the words, explains he was infected by his housekeeper. She foolishly brought food to her daughter in the poor quarter, the same daughter who'd once kicked her out of the house. So much for karma. Okay, here we go. So we have to dodge the plague. Oh boy. Damn it. I'm getting a carpal tunnel syndrome. Not too bad, that was pretty slick. Yeah, boy! That's how we do it, son. Oh, they're coming from both directions. Oh, that was slick as hell. That was slick as hell. Another victory over the demon. I'm beginning to think you haven't been sitting on your ass for medical folios for so many years for nothing. My wife cursed my mercy and insisted it would kill me. But I am alive, Doctor. You reached out your hand to me when death itself was squeezing my throat. I will never forget that. Hey, just pay me that money. These medicines, they're not cheap. My mother warned me that my rat hunting would not end well, but when I brought her a week's wages for a couple of days, she shut up. The baker who I helped to get rid of those things said only you will help me. Ever since rats were declared the main culprit of the plague, everyone thinks they're a rat catcher. Coins are pouring into their pockets, but the trouble is that new saviours of the city are not working properly. They carry rat corpses with their bare hands and do not cover their faces with masks. The girl regretted her carelessness too late. Under her arm she had a purulent and deadly buggy bubo with blue streaks. Time to get the poultices. The way they describe the illnesses in this game makes you want to vomit too. Come at me, bruh. Come at me, bruh. If I touch that plague pustule, I'm dead. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's go! Making this look easy, son. I've had a bit of practice. Oh, there's three? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Ah, damn it. The rats have missed you, young lady. Go get us some more buboes. Well, that's it for the tailed creatures. As soon as I'm cured, I'll ambush them in such a way their great-grandchildren will shudder in their burrows. With a doctor like that, I'm not afraid of anything. Probably should be afraid of something. Your own incompetence, but the week is over. Let's see what our work did. Never self-medicate. Well, it depends on the medication. This doctor has quite a large dope supply. Let's do one more. Why not? We'll do one more before we move on to the next game. Another week of treating people. Would you like to read the latest obituaries, Doctor? The cannibal still hasn't been caught. Can you believe it? A tragic death downtown. Tragedies in the city have been happening more and more often lately. The recently appointed chief of the city guard fell into a well at night and broke his neck. Well, that doesn't sound suspicious. Not indifferent citizens helped to extract the body of the unfortunate and honoured him to the ground. Again, that is definitely a spelling error. The magistrate is looking for a worthy sire to head the city guard. Thanks to the skill and diligence of a wise doctor, the favourite of the upcoming tournament has regained his strength. This is the knight that he's being a bit of a tosser, but he did win. Not long ago, the young squire, having suffered from a serious injury, was on the verge of despair. It seems the tournament was lost for him. But the healer's healing hands worked a miracle, and now he's back in the arena, ready for battle. The city rejoices and believes in his victory. May luck accompany our valiant warrior. The people of Ludwig are free from the plague. The famous wine cellar now derelict. The owner, whose collection survived the war, fled after recovering from the plague. They said he didn't even collect the bottles. He abandoned everything as if the devil himself was chasing him. They're already whispering in the town hall that if the rich keep running away like rats from a sinking ship, the town will be sealed off forever. The morning the body of a maiden was found near the butcher's aisle in a condition that outraged even the corpse collectors who had seen it. The butcher's aisle? Did we just heal the guy, the serial killer? Was the butcher, his hands were messed up because he'd been wiping people out? The gravediggers dubbed her lost all her limbs. It means only one thing, the cannibal is still walking among us. The living corpse. A curious incident occurred the other day in the poor quarter. A drunken citizen fell so soundly asleep after a drink that the gravediggers loaded him into a cart with the plague-ridden dead. He woke up only to the clatter of the wheels, and the horror of the collectors began to hum a canzona, driving his horse towards the cemetery. Due to the increasingly complex epidemiological situation, the magistrate, I haven't had any beer, I swear, recognises that the traditional burial method exacerbates the spread of the plague, contributing to mass infection amongst the inhabitants. A compulsory measure is introduced to protect the population from infection. So here's our choices. Before burial, coffins should be filled with quicklime. Up to half their volume, the dead themselves should be wrapped in shrouds soaked in strong vinegar. Option 2, dump the plague dead into a mass grave without coffins and without regard to the sex or status of the deceased. Organise the permanent presence of a priest for brief funeral prayers. Option 3, those who died of the plague must be burnt. Cremation must take place outside the city walls in specifically designated places. I mean, this just makes sense. As much as I hate, totalitarian methods. Unfortunately, I did study the Black Plague back in the day. I enjoyed studying history. It was one of my favourite subjects. So I do know that in a Black Plague situation, this is actually one of the most effective means of stopping it. So it's not going to make me many friends, but I think we may have some angry citizens with pitchforks coming to try and rearrange my insides. Now let's have a look and see what I can purchase with my money. And I'm thinking maybe some better healing Um, ooh, lye serum. Ooh, okay, yeah, we definitely want that. Let's have a look here and see what we need to make it. We'll buy that. And we're gonna need a couple of these. Oops, no, didn't want those. And a couple of those. Okay, so let's go and make the generosity serum. Hell yeah! We'll go for one more. Savage. So if we get a high roller customer, we're going to smash this medicine down. Ooh, okay. The Count's mistress. I'm dating a married man. She's for the streets. Can we not cure her? His marriage has been on the rocks for a long time, and we spend a lot of time together. But recently a situation happened, and I'm embarrassed to talk about it. I'm guessing, she may have picked something up. The young lady lowered her gaze, blushing deeply. After a long pause and nervous sigh, she managed to utter a confession. During our pleasure with the Count, something happened. His wedding ring is no longer on his finger, but... Well, I never thought I'd be saying this on Twitch. It appears that his wedding ring has been unexpectedly inserted in a place where it shouldn't go. So we need to go fishing for a wedding ring. Okay. Jewels should be kept in chests, and the chest, well, I think he did try to put his jewel in her chest. Giggity. But anyway, let's get her cured. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Okay. I'm gonna need some healing after this. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I guess, let's see if we can, that gives us a hand, because look at my health. It ain't great. I think that ring may stay where it was placed. Yeah, I messed it up. I should look for a midwife. I mean, I should feel bad about failing that patient, but, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna read this, but I'm reading this verbatim, Twitch. Fuck my luck, the goddamn Inquisition searching the meat market night and day. I shove a poker up her ass, all for that cannibal. I wonder, my nerves are shot to hell. Okay, is this guy literally... Is he admitting to being the... Okay. Oh. Okay, he's literally shooting profanity at me. Oh, come on. Oh, I couldn't have dodged that, mate. This is getting impossible now. Oh, and Cure actually stopped him from swearing. I can't express how grateful I am to you, Doctor. Now I don't have to worry about accidentally saying something offensive to my co-workers. Did he have Tourette's? Did we cure him from Tourette's syndrome? I think we did. Okay, I'm going to need to replenish my healing potions now because we burnt through a lot. So let's go have a look at alchemy, and let's go... I'm going to buy that. I'm going to be broke from this, but... One, two, three. Ah. Okay, try again. One. This game's just messing with me now. Okay. I'm getting angry, so we're going to do this or I'm going to run out of money. We're going to find out one way or another. One, two, three. I told you this game is brutal hard. Like you're gonna get your insides pushed in if you don't. Okay. One. Two. Go to hell. Go right to hell. I'm angry now. I'm either going to run out of money or we're going to do this right. I don't care. One or two things going to happen. Okay. We better stop because that was... I just blew all my money trying to make some potions. So, idiots everywhere. They shoved me into their rickety hearse without even checking if I was alive or dead. This is the guy in the newspaper that was... Oh, wow. Look at that. We use this potion, we can make some major money. The probability of being thrown into a cart with corpses is very low, but it's never zero. Okay, let's go. Hey, okay. I told you this game, it's really hard. These mini games, I can't describe to you how difficult this is. I'm really going hard trying to win this, but oh come on, what? Oh, now you're kicking me in the nuts. Oh, I had nowhere to go, mate. What was I supposed to do? Well, I barely did that. I've always been in good shape. Drinking every day isn't like fighting with swords. You need to be in good health for that. The main thing is not to fall asleep on the street again. So this is getting harder and harder and harder. Some idiot managed to shoot me in the knee with a crossbow. It used to be an adventure until he took an arrow to the knee. Fix this crap and hurry up. I don't have time to lie around. The tournament's coming up soon and I have to fight. Wow, what a delightful gentleman you are. This one's a little bit more chill. Okay, now it's getting more hectic. Oh, barely made that one. Okay, one more. We got this. Oh, come on. It spawns at the top of the screen and I was mid-jump. I couldn't do much about that. Okay, one left. Bloody hell. I'm barely making these now. I'm almost angry I'll let this guy live. You talentless hack, you're taking too long. Keep your pathetic pennies, I'm off to the shooting range. There's gonna be some shooting in a minute. Bro. I don't understand what's happening to me. The master threatens to kick me out if I don't heal my clouded mind. Perhaps I should start with the most important thing. I love meat. I love meat, but not in the same way as everyone else. He loves meat. The young man blushed deeply, clenching his trembling fingers on his knees, and after a long silence collapsed on the couch. His voice faltered as he uttered his confession. At the sight of fresh meat or the glint of blood, he is overcome not merely by desire, but by an all-consuming passion that sent a chill through his chest. Ironically, he's now an apprentice butcher, and every day is a painful ordeal for him. Okay, so he's literally... Disease so rare, we're inventing a name for it. Okay. Okay, this one's nice and easy. At least for now. Okay. Girls may refuse, but the carcass... I don't know if I can read this. Girls may refuse, but the carcass of a slaughtered pig never will. This game, at least it doesn't take itself seriously. It's got a wicked sense of humour. I can see the developer getting cancelled just for having this game. Like, this is... I am not easily offended. I actually find this hilarious, so I guess I'm the right audience for this. I hope that helped. The mask just spoke very highly of you, Doctor. Now I see it was not in vain. I love my job. I could watch you work for hours, but we're done with patients for today, so we can wrap up. And that is the end of another week. A dangerous criminal has escaped. A reward is offered for help in capturing him. I want to see what I did. Unfaithful husband. Okay, so this is what I like, because when you do your treatments, you see the outcomes in the following week. A family drama played out in an inn. Visiting Count, who had already been forced to stay in the city, could not return to his estate, was caught cheating by his wife. The angry wife decided to teach her unfaithful husband a lesson. She locked him in his room and sent for her brothers to punish him. However, the Count, not thinking long, escaped through the window and fled. Witnesses say the fugitive limped badly, probably because of a jump from that height. Well, couldn't have happened to a nicer person. The golden voice of a slaughterman caught the attention of the famous impresario from the rich quarter. The unknown slaughterhouse worker who spent day after day amidst the moaning of animals and the clanking of knives suddenly sang, and his powerful velvety baritone silenced even the most indifferent. Who knows, maybe soon the whole town of Ludwig will be applauding the new soloist, yesterday's butcher, whose talent had been hidden for years under the smell of blood and labour. Just a few days ago, the city was shaken by the news of a young squire's terrible injury. An accidental crossbow shot nearly cost him his leg, and all hope of competing in the tournament. But thanks to the skill of a wise physician whose hands performed true miracles, the terrible sentence was overturned. To everyone's delight, the young man stands again in the arena, stepping firmly, his eyes burning with determination, ready to prove that true courage conquers all adversity. The Ludwig maniacs fail. The victim fought back and revealed his distinguishing features. Another outing by the killer ended in failure. The victim was a local woman who not only managed to fight off the attack, but also remembered the killer's distinctive features. The criminal is extremely thin and limps slightly on one leg. Despite the late hour, the girl noticed he had only 4 fingers on each hand, a crucial detail that would now become the main clue for the Inquisitors. We got the Inquisition after him. We've got a whole Warhammer thing happening. Maybe he's a chaos demon. The leader of a criminal gang known as the Guild of the Poor was arrested and due to appear in court. However, during his transfer, his accomplices carried out an armed attack on the convoy, resulting in the detainees' escape. The criminal's whereabouts are currently unknown. If you have any information about his location or the gang's activities, report it to the City Guard. We will deliver our final edict. Desperate patients having lost hope of salvation turn to healers, sorcerers and other dubious doctors. Their methods are not only useless but also dangerous. They exacerbate suffering, spread superstition and hinder the fight against the disease. To combat obscurantism, the following measure is introduced. Anyone who turns to sorcerers and financially supports their activities will be severely punished. Any healing practices not approved by the city's scientist doctor are prohibited. That actually sounds very totalitarian. Although reporting fraudsters is encouraged, and anyone who points out a charlatan will receive an award. Now this is incredibly dangerous, because we have this problem in Australia now with certain laws that encourage people to report people for saying certain things. That's all I'm going to say. And of course, this exact scenario is playing out in real time as people are reporting people to the police for virtually anything. So we're not going to be doing this. I'm not going to do this because this is just basically totalitarianism. Anyone who turns to sorcerers and financially supports their activities, I think this is probably the best of the three. These two way too Orwellian for my tastes. Especially the third one that leaves it is a little bit too close to what's currently happening here. So let's wrap things up for this game though. What my overall thoughts of it, what it does well, it has a wicked sense of humor. The game doesn't take itself seriously and is really funny and engaging. The narrative is fun, and it feels like the decisions and your successes and failure has a real impact on the game. And that's something that's quite rare. The downside is that the game very heavily relies on AI to the point that it's really obvious. And the art style, while it does look nice, it just doesn't have that, that look. Like it's got that soulless AI sort of feel that I see in so many games, and it's something that puts me off. But I'm going to give this a pass because the reason why is that the core gameplay is still there. Honestly, what I would do if I was a developer would be to scrap all of this AI and go for a hand-drawn art style, because your core game underneath the surface of that is brilliant. It's really fun, and it's got a good sense of humor, and it's something that I would come back and play again. So, it's a bit of a controversial one. I know a lot of people don't like this approach to development, but when I see a game that is actually pretty inventive and funny, I have to be honest. But I know that people are going to look at this, and some people are going to just write it off, which I understand. I'm not a big fan of overuse of AI either. I hope that was helpful for you. We're going to move on to the last game of the evening now.